Okay, so today I received my Crimson Trace Railmaster laser. It is model number CMR-201, and I bought it with the intention of installing on my Glock 23 or my Springfield XDM. So I received the box from Amazon, and it wasn't sealed at all. Got a little picture of the laser on there. Okay, so first thing we have here is the instruction manual. We'll get back to that. And foam bubble wrap. Looks like the laser's inside of it. It's a pretty low profile laser. Looks like it's pretty well made. And we got a baggie of accessories here. Looks like the battery, 3 different type of rail attachments, and Allen wrench, and it looks like 2 cleaning rods, probably to clean the tip of the laser, where the lens is at. And there's 2 stickers in here, I imagine to attach to the gun, because it looks to me like there's no flat surface on the laser itself, so I don't think I'd be able to mount it to that. So let's go ahead and try and mount it on one of these guns. Okay, so what I've done, kind of looked over the manual a little bit here. The attachment that comes on the gun is the number 1. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the Glock actually calls for a number 3. And depending on which firearm you have, you can look over it and figure out which number you need to actually install on the laser before you can actually install it on the gun. So I loosened up these screws right here. There's 2 little flat heads you have to loosen up a little bit, and then the rail clamp slides off, and then there's the piece right here, that's the adapter that goes on your particular gun. You can actually push out one way, and you take that piece off. And then for my Glock, I need number 3, so you just slide the piece on like so, and then the rails, it's actually like a rail on the top and the bottom. It clamps onto the laser, and then it clamps onto the actual gun itself. So now it's ready for me to slide it onto the Glock and then tighten it down once I have it in place. So this is the 23, and as always, make sure there's not a round in the chamber. I had a flashlight on it, so I'm going to take that off for now. Okay, and actually I believe the instructions say to put it on from the side. Looks like I need to loosen it a little bit more so that it can actually spread open enough to clip over the rail. There it goes. Pull the slide back a little bit on the rail. And tighten it down. Okay, now the firearm has laser attached to it. It's got a nice low profile. Fits very well. Okay, so I dug the battery out of the bag, and there's a little door here on the bottom of the laser that you need to slide off. It's a little piece of metal, and then it exposes the actual battery chamber. So let's get this battery out of here. And it looks like it goes negative side towards the rail. Okay, so the very flattest piece of the battery goes up. Okay, and then this piece of metal goes down here. Alright, so now the laser should be complete. Let's make sure it works. And it does. And according to the manual, they claim that it's good up to 50 feet out of the box. You know, it may vary, of course, depending on the gun. But it's got ambidextrous buttons on it to turn it on or off. and I believe it turns off automatically after 5 minutes. So now I'll go ahead and take it off, and then we'll go through the process of installing the Springfield. Okay, so I removed it from the Glock and looked at the manual, and the Springfield calls for a number 2 piece, and I went ahead and installed that on there, and the rails are somewhat loose. There's really not much to install. This is pretty much the same thing as installing the Glock. There's 3 different sections on here on the rail. I guess you can adjust it and put it further away from the trigger guard if you prefer it that way. That's what the manual is saying. So go ahead and slide it on there, tighten it down, and of course you don't want to over tighten this. There's not much of threads that it bites into on the back side of the manual, so just be careful you don't over tighten. But that's it. It is now on the Springfield. As you can see, it works just fine. How accurate it is, I don't know. That I will find out shortly when I go to the range. But it's a pretty nice little laser, and I like the fact that it's universal. And apparently I can install it on my AR or any other gun that has that type of rail system on it, which is most guns that have any rails. So that's it. That is the Crimson Trace Railmaster.